Guys, welcome back to some Raid Shadow Legends. Today's video, we're going to be doing some summons. We finally got enough silver to get this done, and this is the very first summon that we have done on this account. Now, looking at our portal, we do have mystery shards. I'm going to save those. We used a couple mystery shards trying to get some common, uncommon, trying to get those 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, so on and so forth. And we've gotten to the point where we do not have any more champions at all. Even looking down here, a lot of the 1 stars, we need a lot more 2s going to 3s. Like I said, we are running out of kind of resources altogether. Also at this point, we do not have any energy at all. And there is an event up with the Summoning Rush. Now, with this one, I feel like we're not going to go too deep in here, again, being on a free-to-play account. I'm going in here, we should be able to get some things out of here, but I don't feel like it's going to be really getting down to, you know, these chickens, getting down to the legendary skill totems. We do not have enough shards on how to win, and this is very expensive. When you start looking at, we have a couple ancient shards, also have a few void shards. Overall, we're going to use those. Primal and Sacred Shards, we do not have any at this point. Again, we're only on level 36. Haven't made that much progression. Now, I do want to cover what it looks like for summoning. So looking in here in the Ancient and the Void Shards, 91.5% is going to be a rare hero. So we are we have very minimal blue heroes. We are using our food. We're using all of our fodder heroes to go ahead and build them up. Epic is 8%. Legendary is a 0.5. So if we get a Legendary, it's going to be absolutely crazy. Then we have the Mercy system. This, again, very similar to AFK Arena. So Ancient and Voids, Epic. After 20 summons without an Epic, you get an increased chance up into the point of pulling an Epic. Once we pull an Epic with one type of shard, let's say, for instance, Ancient, then it resets the Mercy system. This is huge because this game, it doesn't give you, you know, hundreds or thousands of summons. You're very limited to how many summons you do get in here. But like I said, with being a newer player to Raid, we are 7 days in. This is our 7th day right now. Let's go ahead and use these ancient shards. Now, I went back and forth with both of these champions. Looking at the first 2, I already have them, so I don't know if this champion's really worth it. And then, of course, looking under the advisement of Hell Hades, this was the other champion as a support champion that was recommended. It had a 5 rating over on his website. So definitely wanted to check this one out. And I don't know if it's worth getting additional copies of the other champions. Only time will tell, but I know we're super limited to ones that we have in here. And then also looking at our void shards, we pop these 2 in here. And this is the one that he actually summoned for, which again, being a little bit unfamiliar with some of the champions in here, looks insane. I mean, a fire salamander, that is absolutely awesome for a lizard man. So let's go ahead, let's do these summons, and we're gonna get some rewards out of here, which I like. And I got enough silver to finally get this done. So let's see what we get out of here. Boom, this is the first summon, guys. So hopefully we get something good. So we got some blues, also got a couple 3 stars, and there's a 5 star, no way. So the first one, summon a rare magic champion, but there is a brand new legendary, and it's a tank. Legendary defense champion on our first pull. That is very cool for Lizardman. Now this, of course, is going to help for a lot of different parts. I just want to see, so damage based on defense. So again, a very pure tank. Defense has a decreased defense, which I need. Have a weaken in there, and then attack all enemies. Decrease the meter by 100%. That is kind of crazy. And the ally resistance, PvP, so it seems like this is in a arena battle, might be a lot more of a PvP orientated champion that we have out of there. But we also look at the 3s. Oh, we needed all of these 3s. And again, getting food, building these out, we're going to have to see if any of these are really worth anything. If there's some that we're going to take. Let's go ahead and do our second summon in here. I can't believe we got a legendary right there, guys. That 0.5% chance. We got a 3, and there we go. Torgia, the frog, and we got Rector. So we did summon chance now X25. So we got 2 of our epics in here. Now this is a support hero. Now for me personally, we do not have anyone that is kind of, or I think we have 1 hero that is a pure support that we're using. Again, I'm gonna have to go through here. Resistance in the Doom Tower. This probably a very good champion for the Doom Tower. And then we got Torgu the frog. That is Shadowkin. That is really, really cool looking. Wow, that is epic looking for sure. So, all right, so we got, what is it? HP. So hit points, damage based on HP. We have a poison in there. Each poison debuff on the enemy team. We do have a lot of poison enemies out there. When attacked, has a 50% chance to place poison on there. And then, of course, resistance in all battles. That is a lot of resistance. All right, so we also got, again, a lot of these 3 stars that we're seeing right here. But that is a legendary, and that is 2 that we have actually pulled out of there. So kind of crazy. Let's use these other 2. You can see we're up to the 25x. We have 2 more ancient shards in here. Hopefully we're going to get something good. If they're blues, I'm okay with it because we pulled the legendary. And there is a blood braid. We'll do our last pull in here. See if we can get something lucky. Maybe it is just another blue. That's okay, because that is the halberder. Getting some more points in there. And again, we could save these. I want to use them just for the simple fact that we need a lot more champions in here. And maybe, just maybe, we're going to get a copy of something we need. Support rare right there. Number 2 gives us another blue, which is a veteran. And the final one in here, again, to pick up some points, gives us another rare, which, look at that. It is missing half of the skull. That is very, very cool looking for a champion. And then, of course, we have a couple more in here. We're almost completely out. We'll do 2 more in here. This, again, food. We need the 1 stars. We need a lot more of the 2 stars in here. Now, we also have the ability to pull on a rare chance or a possibility to get some of those rare champions in here. Get another 2 star. There we go. 2, 3 more 2-star champions, which gives us right there at 81. So we're going to use some of these, and I want to see what we got for our points. Like I said earlier, we wanted to pick up a couple points in the summon rush, and there we go. So we got 50 gems, which is not a lot, but we did get energy, which I was completely out of energy. And then we did get brew times 7, so we did pick up some brews in there. Again, we'll get some rare chickens. We'll get a couple more, hopefully summons in here. Even going out, what do we need for the chickens, actually? So if we're at 820 with the ones that we already have, 920, we can probably almost get to 1,000 just with the very, very basic ones, because they do yield, I believe it was 1 point for the mystery shards, which again, we can go ahead and use some of those. We'll look at the tavern. We are starting to get a lot more of these champions built in the entirety. Even right there, Kale has been the one that we're kind of working on, even looking at upgrading. We have 2, just need 3 more in the entirety. But look at those rare champions that we have in here. Again, I'm going to have to go through, figure out exactly who we want to use. But we do have a lot more of those 2 stars, and that is what we were kind of counting on, or really hoping on, was upgrading a lot of these 2 stars going to 3, and then taking a lot of these 3 stars up to 4. Now, we are going to have to gain a lot more levels on them. We're going to have to go ahead and level them up quite a bit. But I want to look at some tier lists. I want to figure out with our rare champions exactly which ones we're going to be using, which ones we need to be using. And we also have, again, a lot of the 2 stars that we're going to be kind of leveling up. I've been farming out quite a bit with Kale, and I do want to take Kale, and he will be the one that we're going to take up first to 6 stars to finish out everything else that we have. But as my farmer, he is going to be the farmer in the entirety when we get to upgrade him. And again, then we could look at Supreme Galak. This is another one. I know that a lot of people are building out to 6 stars, and a lot of people are also building out to Gore, which as a champion, as a support champion, we've changed up the gear a little bit. Still, I didn't want to use all of my silver to buff this up, but we're absolutely going to have to buff this up quite a bit. I'm getting these, in plus 16 is very, very high. The plus 16 is also very expensive. So I've been systematically going through here, and even there we go. So we spent 4,000. Let's take these to 8. That drops, I believe, around 20. So even if we get these to 8, and again, thinking of everything else, it's very expensive to take these up to a much higher level. But even going up to 8, you're unlocking some more of your abilities in here, adding some more. We got to do some more enchantment in here. But being able to max out and get this HP a little bit higher with the sets that we're building within these champions itself. And we're also so close, and I want to try to push it over the envelope of getting the gear enhancement. I know we have 12 more hours, but we are right there. We are right at the very, very end. What do we need? 100. We need 100 more points, and even getting these a little bit further, even getting, level 16 on a 2 star, right there to a 3 star. So if we get it, build this up, honestly, to 12, we could probably get them. So we built them up to 8. I feel like if we could pull a couple of these to 12, we'd be able to essentially build this up into its entirety. Let's go ahead, because I believe with this champion specifically, attack, attack, attack. Yeah, so it is based on attack right there. Even looking on here, place of the speed, damage based on attack. We could get some more HP out of here as well. So there's our HP. Again, just thinking about building this one up. Let's see if we got enough, which I don't think we do. Nope, we do. We do not. We got it up to 9. Don't have enough. So we're going to have to farm up some more silver with all of the resources that we just got. I believe it's going to be in here. Or no, we already got it. So yeah, definitely going to have to farm up some more silver. 123 diamonds at this point. And honestly, I didn't know or didn't think about in the entirety when it comes to the tavern, when it comes to building out champions. And I know that this was a big shout out to Vulcan. Going in here and buying all the masteries with the diamonds. I used them for the diamonds mine. I used them, and he used them for the masteries to buy them out in the entirety. I did the Guardian Ring. I did the mine, making a lot more progression, being able to farm super hard content, being able to push through a lot more of this because of buying the masteries for Super Glack. And I believe he also bought the masteries for Tagore, which again would be absolutely game changing. Spending your 1,600 gems in there to max them out in the entirety for the mastery trees. So maxing this one out, and then of course maxing this one out, allowing these champions to do an incredible amount of damage. He also took them to 6 stars. That is where I felt like I was saving too many 3 stars. We had entirely too many champions that were just sitting all in 3 stars, and a lot more down here that we're building out. And as you can see from looking at the ascension levels, looking at everything else we have, they were way too far build. Getting 5 stars on a lot of these where they weren't really needed instead of taking 1 to 6. But we are definitely getting that. Like I said, we just started day 7 with the free to play account. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.